Hey everybody, it's Steve here, and welcome to Popeye on the NES, also from 1982, just like Burger Time was yesterday. Quite the popular year for games. Obviously, this game is based upon the very long-running cartoon series Popeye. Actually, Popeye started off as a character in a comic strip called Thimble Theater. We'll talk more about that later. For right now, let's talk about the game. As you can see, you get a bonus 1,000 points if you hit the punching bag into that barrel and drop it down on the Bluto's head. The object, obviously, as you can probably already see, is pretty simplistic. You can punch the bottles that Bluto throws at you. You cannot punch Bluto unless you get the can of spinach, which will randomly bounce around between the second and third level of the screen. You can kind of barely see it. It's over there on the left. Once you get the spinach, then you can hit Bluto for an extra 3,000 points, I believe. So always definitely worth it to do that. But you want to eventually collect all of the hearts that Olive Oyl is dropping down. Boom! There goes Bluto. He will always run away from you once you have the spinach, but you can basically just wait for him, either on the ladder or on the stairs, and then when he's close enough, just climb up or down and hit him. There's only 3 levels to this game, and then it just repeats, getting more and more, difficult. Some other elements will change, but not many. This is the second level. Instead of hearts, Olive is now throwing down music notes. Oh crap! I'm just not used to. Okay, apparently you can't pass in front of Bluto when you're on the little trampoline thing there. I'm just so used to perspective in games, basically. And that Popeye should technically be able to bounce up on that and not be hit by Bluto, but oh well. The hearts, the notes, and the next stage, the letters that fall, each of them fall at varying speeds. That noise that you hear right now is that you better hurry up, because if any of these notes drown into the water, I'm pretty sure it's you lose a life if that happens. The trampoline Sweepy is up there on top. It's another Popeye character. If you hit Sweepy at a certain, you don't hit Sweepy, the little thing that he's riding on with the balloon. When it's down, you get some bonus points there as well. Basically like that. No, see, if it's too high it won't work. You've got to wait for it to be at a certain height in order to do it. Even Bluto's trying to do it. I don't know why. Anyway, that's level 2. Level 3 takes place aboard this ship. Vulture brings in Olive Oyl and drops her onto it. And this time she's going to throw out letters that spell the word help. You can punch the Vulture. You don't need the spinach to do that. The Vulture will drop down throughout the levels of the ship, so you just got to be careful of where he's at. As you've probably already seen, Bluto can reach down, jump down, punch up, like right there, he just jumped down. So always make sure that Bluto is not either directly above or directly below you, because he could attack you. Like right there, he tried, but fail. Let's go for the spinach. Yeah, why not? Oh, now see, I'm gonna miss Bluto. But yeah, if you just wait for him, he will come back. So there you go. Do you get more points? No, I wonder if you get more points for hitting the Vulture when you got the spinach. I don't know. As you collect the letters, that ladder in the middle is eventually, obviously, the goal is to get the ladder all the way up to Olive, and collecting the letters does that. And that's basically it, because once we beat this stage, it's going to go back to the first stage all over again, with the added, I think only one thing changes. I guess we'll talk about that when we get there. Yeah, oh yeah, Bluto is getting a little ticked off here. Like I said, Popeye started off as a character in the Thimble Theater comic strip. again, and much like all great characters, was never intended to be a star. He was never intended to be a main leading character. He was just a yeah, nice try, Bluto. He was just supposed to be a temporary filler character. You know, the other characters in the strip were aboard a ship, and they needed a captain, and Popeye was created. Here's the thing that's different now, is that the Sea Hag is on the top right of the screen throwing these skulls down. As you can see also, where you collect the items, the hearts, the notes, which level you're on when you collect them, dictates how many points you get. You know, the higher up that you collect them, the more points you get. 30 points if you just keep hitting the punching bag. That's a good way to rack up some extra points if you want. So yeah, so Popeye originally in a comic strip, and then eventually in a series of cartoons back in the 30s originally is when it started, with the Fleischer Brothers. And the cartoons that they made at the time were they were definitely something to look at. Visually, I've always said this about animation. I'm a huge animation fan, and I look at it from an artistic point of view. And the earliest Fleischer Brothers Popeye cartoons are just really quite intriguing to look at. Visually, they're just very appealing. Very detailed backgrounds. There's something about black and white, I'm telling you. It's getting more and more with each passing year, each passing decade. It's hard to imagine things being in black and white, I guess, but I've always loved it. And there was a lot of innovation done in the Popeye cartoons. Oh geez. Oh, see? I just lost another life doing the same thing that I did the first time. Good lord. Obviously Popeye's career didn't end there. It went on into the color era. But the studio that he was produced by changed hands. It was called Famous Studio, and those cartoons just aren't the same. They don't, the character design is different, the lack of detail is present, the voices are different. They really don't capture the original 1930s cartoons, as far as I'm concerned. But then again, nothing compares to Looney Tunes. I've already said that a million times, I know, but obviously I enjoy cartoons from other studios than Warner Brothers, but Warner's just made the best ones. It's just that simple, the funniest ones. And I think that's what's important there. I just got done talking about artistry and looking at them from an artistic point of view. But sometimes you need to look at things from a different point of view, and when it comes to Looney Tunes, not to say that they're artistically bad, because they're not. They're incredible. But more importantly is that they're funny. They are absolutely hilarious, and there's not many cartoons that I can say actually make me laugh. There really just aren't. There's nothing funny about them. Even the Popeye cartoons, they all kind of revolve around the same plot, basically over and over again. There's some variations, but essentially it's, Olive Oil's in trouble, the damsel in distress, usually at the hands of Bluto, and Popeye has to, eat a can of spinach and get all strong and beat up Bluto and save Olive Oil, and that's the premise. And it was repeated, over and over and over, but what makes the cartoon so appealing is the visual style of them, and it's how, it wasn't just how Popeye was going to save Olive Oil from Bluto or from whoever he wasn't the only villain. There were others, but it was primarily Bluto. There was just something appealing about them, and Popeye's popularity went on for decades, and he's still a recognized figure in pop culture, obviously, but I guess somewhere along the way, the idea of, the damsel in distress, not just in film and in video games and all these other mediums, seem to, look at, Mario saving the princess, or Link saving the princess, or Popeye saving Olive Oil. It's the same theme over and over again of the damsel in distress, and that, you know, this helpless woman who needs a man to come rescue her, that I guess, oh, Bluto, good shot, man. Good one. When I literally only had like one more letter to get. Oh boy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just this last P. Gotta grab the P. Anyway, I'm babbling about cartoons and everything, I know, but it's a comment on society that and I see the things I'm thinking of right now. I don't want to isolate any female viewers that I may have right now, but I think that ultimately the reason that some things that were prevalent back in the day that they're not anymore is just because of the way that the gender roles are perceived these days. You know, women are independent and they can take care of themselves, and I absolutely agree with that. You know, I don't care for the idea of the, oh, poor me, help me, and, you know, it's up to the guy to save the woman all the time. But I guess there's always going to be this underlying romanticized notion of that's how things should still be. And I guess if anything, and I think I can speak for, I don't mean to speak for, you know, all guys, but I think that one thing that confuses us when it comes to women is that we just don't know what it is that they want from us. You know, they want to be, you know, independent and equal, and they are. I believe that they are, but then at the same time, don't expect me to come, you know, running to your aid. You know, not that you know, any woman I know is being kidnapped by somebody and, you know, held atop a pirate ship, and I you know maybe then I would step up and do something about it, but I don't know where I'm getting off with this, and like I said, I don't mean to isolate anyone or, you know, piss anyone off, you know, but it just seems that things have become confused as to what everyone's role is, you know, what the man's role is, what the woman's role is. Not that anyone needs to have a role per se, even, but it seems like there always has been, and there probably always will be, but it's become, it's always changing, it's always, oh, yeah, I was distracted by Bluto. Anyway, that's all the time we got, which is probably for the best. Everyone take it easy, have a good day, peace, I'll see you around next time, when hopefully I won't keep babbling about nonsense I shouldn't be talking about in the first place. Bye.